So, Central Florida took an opportunity to troll Alabama, and we got to talk about it.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You got to help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young, not on Step Milk. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, we have to talk about Central Florida taking an opportunity to troll Alabama. And my goodness, was I ever here for this. Now, set this up. Alabama is one of the illustrious teams playing in the not so illustrious VRBO Citrus Bowl, the other team being Jim Harbaugh's Michigan. Both of these teams had national championship aspirations, at the very least, wanted to win the conference championship, make the college football playoff. Neither one of them did because both of them got beat by their hated rivals. Michigan got flat out embarrassed by Ohio State, and Mac Jones threw pick sixes, and we had Auburn and Gus Malzahn split a punter out wide to confuse the hell out of Alabama, and yet they lose the Iron Bowl. So, in both of those, you're seeing teams that lost to teams that they probably should have beaten. Now, Alabama fans be like, there was no Tua Tagovailoa, and we were in this game, and we should have never lost this game, and yada, yada, yada. Problem with that is, you're in the Citrus Bowl, okay? You didn't even make a good New Year's Six Bowl because you lost to LSU and you lost to Auburn. Now you got to deal with the Barners talking noise for the rest of the year, and then into next year until you right the world and you beat Gus Malzahn and Auburn. Now, why is Central Florida in this argument at all? Well, you will remember back in 2017 when Scott Frost took a group of kiddos and went 12-0 through the season, getting into the Peach Bowl as the group of 6 team and then beating Auburn. And in beating Auburn, they are undefeated to finish the year, which means that they were within their rights, as far as I'm concerned, claim the 2017 national championship. Right now, a couple weeks later, right after they had claimed their 2017 national championship, Alabama dramatically beats Georgia in the college football playoff national championship, the recognized national championship, the one that we all think of as the national championship, with Tua Tagovailoa coming off the bench in for Jalen Hurts to beat Kirby Smart's defense and the best defense that we had seen probably in the last 5 years outside of this Clemson team that's playing in the college football playoff in 2019. Now, I love this because the only reason that Alabama was at the Citrus Bowl, not at the Citrus Bowl, was at UCF's facility is because it rained. And Saban wanted to get a bowl practice in. So what do? They call up Central Florida. They said, can we use the indoor? They said, absolutely. But while you're using the indoor, we're going to make this video trolling you, presenting the 2017 national championship banners in a video that was aimed at Alabama's football program and Alabama fans. Now, I love college football because it is the most absurd sport that we have in the world, even more so than, European soccer from time to time, right? Because things like this can happen. Because we have a system in place that would not allow for Central Florida to get into a tournament that would recognize them as the national championship if they ran through it. Because we have a stupid ranking system. And not just a stupid ranking system, we have a playoff system that only has 4 teams for 5 Power 5 conferences, even as there are 10 FBS conferences, and it'd be real easy to have a 16-team playoff, to which many of you would tell me that, hey, you're diluting the season no longer matters. Oh, did you not hear Alabama say that this Citrus Bowl does not matter? Did you not hear the Alabama fan that said that, well, we've had players that have left early to go into the NFL draft preparation mode, so this game doesn't really matter? And since this game doesn't really matter, do any of the others? Oh yeah, they all matter until you lose. And that's the problem with the system. In college football, you are rewarded for winning and winning alone, okay? You'll make the argument about whether or not you have a quality win or a quality loss if you, in fact, have a quality loss. But quality wins matter just as much because Central Florida can go undefeated, still not make the college football playoff because enough of y'all don't think that they're good. Or I should say enough people in the college football playoff selection committee don't think that they're good. In knowing all of this, how could you fix it? Let everybody in, but you don't want to let everybody in. And since you don't want to let everybody in, we're stuck with this system in which not only does Alabama and the rest of us have to deal with Central Florida call themselves the 2017 national championships forever, but we also have to deal with the idea that Alabama can prepare for a bowl game that we're all going to give them the benefit of the doubt of not wanting to be there and say it doesn't matter. So Jim Harbaugh and Michigan Wolverines might be able to pull off a win, and we're not going to give them any credit for it because we're going to say, one, Alabama did not have its full assortment of available starters, and two, they didn't want to be there. Which kind of, makes a hypocrite of all of you that say that every college football game matters and that all of these bowl games are worthwhile because all of these bowl games mean something to the players, they mean something to the coaches, and you're in on all of them. You remember every last one of them. Do you? Do you think Alabama wants to remember that they played in the Citrus Bowl against Michigan? No more than Oklahoma wants to remember that it got skull dragged 40-6 in the Sweatpants Bowl in the coming out party of what we know of as the Decepticons that are in Death Valley that are the Clemson Tigers. It just ain't what anybody wants to remember, at least. But no, the Russell Athletic Bowl was a thing, is a thing. The Quick Lane Bowl between Eastern Michigan and Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, that game matters? You're telling me that? You're telling me the Bowl Alliance was a good thing? Huh? Where we had two teams that we decided were playing for a national championship while we had other teams that would go undefeated that get to claim national championships because that's just how it works. We have the AP rankings, we had the UPI rankings, we got the coaches poll rankings, but what I wanted was a definitive tournament where everybody that should be in is in. 8-4 Texas A&M's or 7-5 Texas A&M, let them in. Fine, if you think that they're in the top 16 teams, right? Because you would not keep out teams with 2 losses or 3 losses. Auburn makes this kind of a tournament, and they have an opportunity to win a national championship, as do many other New Year's Six squads like Minnesota, which, by the way, is old money, much older money than Clemson, for those of you that really want to have an argument about what P.J. Fleck has done and how the Golden Gophers are just new. Nah, man. The last time the Golden Gophers went 8-0, they claimed a national friggin' championship, okay? It's been that long. So I'm here for the Central Florida trolling, if for no other reason than, one, it's trolling Alabama, it's trolling Alabama fans, and it's trolling you who believes that Central Florida ain't about nothing and believes that a college football playoff that goes to 4, 6, or even 8 teams is enough. No. 16 at a minimum. Give me 24 like the FCS. Do your seeding 1 through 25 or 1 through 24 with an at-large berth, and then, or maybe even with 15 at-large berths after you give the conference champions automatic bid and entry. Then seed them. Because I'm into this idea of equality. I like egalitarian football, even as the rest of you seem not to. All right, that is it for me. Deuces.